Dr. Gregory Horton here, three-time Olympic medalist and world champion in track and field. Today we're going to talk about Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce and Elaine Thompson. But first, let me say congratulations to Coach Walcott for a job well done. You took a special diamond that was in the rough and you used your own style to perfect it. You did something that Stephen Francis was not able to do. However, I still want to give Stephen Francis some credit because he was the one who nurtured this talent and helped Shelly Ann Fraser to become the champion that she is right now. Without his guidance over the years, a lot of the things that Shelly is doing now and intend to do within the future would not have been possible. However, I am still a little bit concerned because many are asking the question, how could Stephen Francis allow an athlete such as Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce to walk away with so much more to give? I think this is something that he will now have to live with, to see where he went wrong, how he went wrong, and I am hoping that he will use this mistake to better advance some of his current athletes. Now here's the good thing about Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce and Elaine Thompson, that even though they must go up against each other in order to achieve that Olympic title, the good thing about it is that they are good friends. Even though they are rivals, they do enjoy being around each other and they do want the best for each other. However, they both have something to gain by winning this Olympic championship medal, but they both have the opportunity to seal up their own legacy. We know that Shelly Ann Fraser Pryce is currently the reigning world champion, and this speaks volume because she has been able to overcome many of the obstacles that she was faced with, not just a year ago, but several years ago. Now, Elaine Thompson, she is currently the Olympic champion or the defending Olympic champion. But when you look at Elaine's overall championship performance, without a doubt you must give the edge to Shelly because Shelly has been able to overcome many of the pressures in the World Championship and also the Olympics. Now we have seen on numerous occasions where Elaine seemed to crack under pressure. So some of us are concerned about her mental status. But let me say this, when Elaine is on her game, she will be a threat to the throne. And speaking of the throne, we know that Shelly is a 4-time world champion and 2 times Olympic champion. Plus she has won several other championships along the way. So let us look at some of the positives and the negatives that can either help or hurt Shelly on her quest to become the next Olympic champion. Shelly is currently the fastest Jamaican female athlete of all time. She is the current national record holder and she has run more sub 11 seconds than any other Jamaican female athlete. Now Shelly has also demonstrated that she has a strong mind. You see, many of us take for granted that Shelly grew up in the inner city and she had to struggle in order to overcome many of the issues and the challenges that many people succumb to. And that speaks volume because it tells that Shelly is a fighter. She's not going to give up and she is fully aware of her purpose. Shelly understands that right now it's about securing her legacy. She has built it up over the years and this is her final opportunity to secure that legacy of being one of the greatest female sprinters, not just in Jamaica, but of all times. You see, before it was winning a few championships, races here and there, but now Shelly sees the big picture and she has no intention to let Elaine Thompson or anybody else take that away from her. Now here is how I know that Shelly has the mind of a champion. When she had her baby, many of us thought that would have been the end of Shelly, but she came back bouncing, she came back consistent, and she was able to overcome that monumental challenge because she's now able to focus on what she needs to focus on now without worrying about building a family because she has already started that process. But here is the beauty about what's going on with Shelly right now. She believes in herself more than she believes in anybody else. And as a champion, you always want to have that mindset where you believe so much in you. But here's the beauty about it. Shelly adores her team. This is one of the few times that she feels confident that she's in the right place. She don't feel pressured. She don't have to worry about favoritism. All she needs to do is to focus on building that legacy. Now here is one of the secrets to Shelly's success. Mr. Pryce, her husband, yes, he is breathing new life and new confidence in Shelly. Her husband is making sure that her mind continues to stay strong. And she also knows that her team has her best interests at heart. She has total control over her future, and she is willing and ready to do what it takes in order to be the next Olympic champion in the 100 meter. Now here is the downside to Shelly's situation. We hope that the pressure of this upcoming Olympics does not cause her to take unnecessary chances. I hear people talking about world record and new national record, but it would be unwise for Shelly to buy into those concepts. It would be best for Shelly to focus on her Olympic title instead of focusing on world record and world record performances. It is in her best interest to make small adjustments because unnecessary risk may cause her to get injured. Some people are also worried about, will age affect her ability to perform at her highest level? One thing we know for sure is that Shelly is determined. In fact, she's more determined than before. She's more focused than before, and she's willing to do whatever it will take in order to secure this legacy. Now, when we look at Elaine, on the other hand, we see that a lot of good things are going for Elaine. She's healthy, and when you have a healthy Elaine, she can achieve great things. Now, Elaine is the current Olympic champion, and the thing that I saw that I've never seen before is her level of patience, and also the way her team is planning and putting forward her races. Some people said that she pulled out of Gateshead the other day because her mind wasn't strong enough to endure that temperature or the weather, but I think that it was a good decision because they saw that the weather was not going to be great, and they made the decision that was in Elaine's best interest. Another good thing going on for Elaine is that Stephen Francis wants to prove something to Shelly's camp, and because of that he will make sure that Elaine is his #1 priority. So one would hope that Stephen Francis would put aside his ego and focus on making Elaine better in every way. You know, the story is that when he heard about her performance, which is Shelly Ann's performance, he was just overwhelmed because he too is wondering, how did he allow Shelly to slip through his fingers? Now, people are also saying that Elaine believes more in her coach than she believes in herself, and this can be a problem. We are hoping that the team, Elaine's team, will provide her with the necessary mental support and training. Not just occasionally, but this is something that she needs continuously, because to go up against Shelly and all those other competitors is going to require the mind of a champion. She has to lift her mind her mental thinking to another level. It is also said that Elaine is not as strong mentally as Shelly Ann Fraser. And the evidence speaks for itself, because when you look at Elaine, who is not able to pull through as consistently as Shelly Ann has done through these major championships and Olympics, but when you look at how Shelly was able to pull through consistently on World Championships and Olympic performance, we saw where Elaine struggled at times in the World Championship. So when it comes to big races, one may question if Elaine has it in her, has the mental strength to push on through during challenging times. Nonetheless, if everything comes together at the perfect time for Elaine, she will be a force to be reckoned with, because she has demonstrated good talent. She has demonstrated that she has a good team around her. She has demonstrated that when the team put the athlete's best interest first, that they can achieve great things. So it is my hope that the MVP group will focus on Elaine and make sure that the things that she needs, that they are provided at the right time. Now it goes to show that when you have two strong athletes such as Elaine Thompson and Shelly Ann Fraser on any given day, the athlete with the strongest mind, the athlete who is healthy, determined and focused, they, with some lucky break here and there, may overcome the odds. I thank you all for listening. I hope you continue to subscribe to this channel, because we have a whole lot more in store that will help us all to be better athletes, to be better coaches, and even